tell her keep it drama free. Whoa.
So as we left off, guys,
Heartthrob Hotline, Chris Brown
won 5
explained.
awards, including Best Male R&B and Viewers Choice Award. We've already derived that Chris went through a lot growing up. After his parents split up in the divorce, his mom got into a very abusive relationship, and Chris, being a young man, suffered like a lot of our boys do. And this is not a race thing. This is a societal thing. You understand that what he experienced. You know, he was in the house and he couldn't defend his mama. Okay, but we're going to go even deeper. 2013 to 2015, Chris began to change his sound. Chris spoke of taking his music in a different direction and changing his sound from pop-infused and sexually explicit sound to one of mature, soulful, and vulnerable theme for the album. And as y'all know, he succeeded. I mean, that's why I have a love-hate relationship with him, because I was like, I'm not a goody two-shoot by far, but I'm like, I almost hate to like somebody when I know that they're wrong. Like, because I'm like, why would I spend money on them to promote them to do what they do? And for some reason, I was like, dang, I always was pulled back to his music, because he's a very sensual man. Okay? However, he also lets God guide him. Okay? So, all right. So on October 13, 2017, Chris released a double disc album, Heartbreak on a Full Moon. 2018 to 2019, Chris released Indigo. 2020 to 2023, Chris became Breezy. 2023 to present, Chris released 1111. 1111 was released on November 10th of 2013. Now we're going to go in behind the scenes of the music. We understand now, Chris, okay? We know now that Chris is a talent, but he taught himself, okay? He taught himself, all right? Now we got to go into the subject of religion. This is what I spoke on in my insert. So we're going to go and behind everything else. Chris was raised in a heavily religious home. Chris stated, I was one of those kids that had more church clothes than school clothes. Chris also has admitted to experiencing the Holy Ghost while performing the song His Eye on the Sparrow in church. So we already know his body's a vessel. He didn't mention baptism, but more than likely, yeah. Because, hell, I was baptized at 15 because my auntie was like, you better do it. I gave my kids the free